Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Stupid Guitar Tricks. I'm JR. Let's get started. You can say today I've got Frankentelly. Today's lesson is hammer-ons and pull-offs. A lot of people know how to do a hammer-on and a pull-off in theory, but I've heard people ask, when should I use a hammer-on? When would I use a pull-off? So today we're going to look at a couple of different examples of songs to use hammer-ons and pull-offs. Some are pretty obvious, some are maybe ways you hadn't really thought about before that you could use to spice up your playing. First, let's take a look at what a hammer-on is. All a hammer-on is, the whole idea behind a hammer-on is that you're playing a note and you're just hammering on, getting the next note in. So you could use it as you go up the scale. Pretty easy stuff, right? Well, pull-offs are almost the same thing, except they're in reverse. Now, you could just play a note and pull your finger off it. And it kind of works. It works with a lot of gain. But what if you're playing without a lot of gain? Without a lot of gain, you end up just losing the note. Kind of just goes open and goes all garbagey sounding. Well, the trick to a pull-off, to do it correctly, is when you're hammering, just like when you hammer on, there's some force to it, but when you're going to pull it off, I'm going to exaggerate this, you're going to kind of pull it to the side a little bit and let it go. And it's going to be faster than that, not nearly as exaggerated. I'm hitting it, I'm pulling it, and I'm letting it go. So it's kind of like I'm just... It's all a pull-off is. It's all a pull-off is. You can do them in rapid succession with hammer-ons and get some pretty intricate sounding figures. There's a couple of songs that use it. One of the most basic is one that I learned back in the 70s. It's a song by Queen called Tie Your Mother Down. It's just a kind of a party rockin' song, and it sounds like this. So all we're doing there really is just hitting the A chord. So I'm bouncing between that A, the E, and the C. Hey, you know what? A, C, E. Guess what that is? That's an A minor chord. Something cool to think about, huh? So if you're doing hammer-ons and pull-offs and you're doing... That works pretty good for that. Another song that uses a little bit more complex hammer-on and pull-off rhythm is a song by AC/DC called Thunderstruck. You've probably seen it. It's all over YouTube. People have been playing it for many, many years. It starts off with a simple hammer-on and pull-off. That's all we're going to do. And then we're going to do a walk down. So it goes back and forth like that for a while, and then it starts playing the main riff. Just like that. Not super hard. There's a lot of hammering on. There's a lot of pulling off. It's a good one because you're also using that open string. Real easy stuff. Another way you can use hammer-ons and pull-offs, and you don't really think about it a lot of the time. I mean, most people, when they think about hammer-ons, they're thinking of that. And yeah, that's hammer-ons and pull-offs. But another way you could use it is when you're playing rhythm chords. Oh, and hammer-ons and pull-offs aren't just for rock and roll. We use them playing around with different chords in country music, bluegrass, hillbilly music, all sorts of things. So Steve Earle wrote a song called Copperhead Road. So there's a little hammer on there on that D. There's a little pull-off to a pull-off to a hammer-on. Sometimes hammer-ons are subdued, like at the beginning of that. That's a very obvious hammer-on, trying to hit grace notes, sound like maybe a bagpipe or something. But then on the turnaround, it's a very light, little mellow thing. So you can play it there. There's all sorts of opportunities to use hammer-ons and pull-offs in your playing, even when you're doing the church lick. I mean, really, if you think about it. Sounds like a hammer-on to me. Sound like hammer-ons and pull-offs to me. Tons of ways you can use hammer-ons and pull-offs. You can also use it in tapping, but that's a lesson for another day. So there you go. That's the stupid guitar trick for today. Nothing super hard, just something simple. A quick look at how you do hammer-ons, how you do pull-offs. Hope it helps you out a little bit. Make sure you check out the Stupid Guitar Tricks Facebook page. You can take a look at some of the backup material over on our blog. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're not trying to change the world, just how you think about guitar. I'll see you on stage, man. Peace.